the Department of Transport must be able to inform the people of South Africa. This is how many e-tags we've got, vis-a-vis how many we should be able to get. And so it is certainly one of concern for me that when we ask the very relevant question, as we did in Parliament, that in fact the Ministry of Transport are not able to give us the correct answers. And we look forward to now this next bite that we've put forward the question that the Minister must be able to explain to us how many people in fact have got e-tags. I certainly don't have one, don't have plans of getting one, because I don't believe in the system. If indeed we'd hold true to the spirit of our Constitution, that in fact government must be always by the people, in this particular instance, clearly it was not. And one of the key questions the court asked us was to say, fine, we can deal with the law, but we don't deal with policy. Cabinet deals with policy and Parliament deals with policy. Therefore, in putting forward policy, we must be very clear that even in this current process, because remember the law that is set up here, tolling is not just a Gauteng matter. It is a national matter. The legislation, as I've argued now, enables Sanral to be able to toll everywhere. Now, I'm asking the question is, in the current legislated framework, if tolling was going to be coming in the Western Cape, should the mayor of Cape Town not be consulted if you are going to run tolling into roads that lead into Cape Town? Should the premier of the Western Cape not be consulted if you are going to run tolls across the national highways there? Equally so, it's a matter of KZN. Should that consultation not take place? That's the one. And what threshold is there? Should the residents of those respective provinces not be able to respond to this matter? So there are long-term implications to this issue and short-term ones, so that in any political framework, the law must be able to serve all citizens regardless of what the political party may look like. That's why in some ways I hear what the ANC is arguing, but make no mistake, if there was a new government in place that was led by different people, they'd be subject to the same laws. Therefore, we must make sure that what we put into the law today, in fact, will safeguard the people of this country against any abuse of power by any political party or any leader in this instance.
The problem is the mechanisms aren't there, they're not fluid enough. For somebody who's in the rural areas, I mean, towns are a lot easier, but it's very difficult even in built-up areas to respond and to respond to gazettes and so forth. And also it's not done in a user-friendly way. It's very legal and it's very complicated and it's intimidating for somebody, Joe Soap in the street, who wants to put in a comment. Or it almost implies that your comment isn't important enough. And that whole culture needs to change so that you do get it participatory. So it's easy to talk about participation, but if the gogo in the middle of somewhere doesn't feel comfortable that she can put in her comment, and it can be done easily and understandably without any legal complication, when we reach that point, I think we've achieved what we should.